Hey guys, how's it going? Will from Eurofed here, and I'm here to introduce a new show that we're doing where we go fully in depth on some of our favorite builds, both from ourselves or from our customers. So in these videos, you're gonna see us do a fully in-depth look at some of our favorite builds. Please take a second, sit back and enjoy Kiosa's E36 M3.
I'm taking uppers to wake up and taking downers to sleep. Shawty tripping and makeup, and it's all 'cause of me. Baby, I'm a heartbreaker. I will cut, make you bleed. Let me see what you made of. I know love isn't cheap. I know love isn't cheap.
What's up, Kiosa?
What's up, dude?
All right, so what do we have here?
This is a basic E36 M3. It's
No, we know it's had a bit more done than that because it looks nothing like any other E36 M3 I've seen.
well, it's a clean E36 M3.
Yeah.
It basically can kind of trick you. It might look like nothing's been touched, maybe like 20 years ago, but I've kind of went through the car completely. Starting with...
So yeah, let's start off with the exterior, just because it looks stock, but I know you've had a few little touches to it, so let's kind of actually go through that.
Yes, starting with exterior, my boy Marius's Repair and Restoration, he hooked me up with a paint job, full respray. I'm talking about windows out, all the seals out, everything's been replaced. Try and kept everything original because little stuff like the nose panels, the bumpers are all aftermarket at this point. Very hard to find original stuff, and nothing fits like original.
Yeah.
Right, so like I still have, it might sound like dumb to most people, but like E36, people will understand stuff like the brake ducts are still intact. I still have, I don't even know, factory turn signals, actually OEM turn signals.
But do you use them?
Yes. Which are also kind of NLA right now. I mean, exterior, I guess, would that include wheels?
Yeah, we can get to the wheels eventually, but as far as like little bits, because I know this is a common mod. I'm Volkswagen guy, so I'm gonna be
fog light delete, of course, because fog lights suck, and they always fall out and crack.
Yeah.
So we don't need those.
And what color is it again?
It's Hellrot Red, which translates to bright red.
All right, what?
If you can see.
Yeah.
What else?
Anything more on the back end that you've done?
Nothing really. See, like everybody, the biggest thing is most people go clear corners.
Yeah.
Go, what's it called, tinted corners. It's hard to find nice amber stuff. Everything's basically aftermarket, but to find original stuff that's actually in good condition, that's what I try and do with my builds, is keep it as original as I can, but at the same time as clean as I can.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that it's very OEM plus.
Yeah. Other than that, I do have a lip on the way.
Yeah.
So that's the LTW style GT lip adjustable, which I'll probably be putting on there soon enough. But it is the daily, so I try not to have this thing too low.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's at a very nice functional height. What kind of suspension do you have on it?
It is on BC coilovers right now. It's ground control sway bars.
Okay.
And then, I mean, nothing really else as far as suspension, just sway bars and coilovers. I mean, every single bushing has been gone through, of course.
Yeah.
I did ball joints, I did the R-tabs, I've done limiters on it, I've done front mono or front offset bushings, which will kind of adjust the caster once you lower it.
More than just coilovers.
Yeah, I mean, I say the basic stuff, but literally nothing has gone untouched on this car.
I like that. That's, you know, you actually took the time to really do a full, actual, proper build and improve everything as much as possible. Given it's a 20-some-odd-year-old car.
Yeah, 24 now. 24. 97.
And so naturally, I guess we'll go to the wheels, which Which I always joke about Apex wheels because it's almost an OEM wheel at this point, but you went a little bit different. So explain what you have here, why they're different than the usual OEM BMW wheels.
2 years ago, or no, last year, Apex came out with a Forge line. So everybody runs Apex arcades, which I had on my other cars. And I was looking to buy a set for this car, but I figured EC7s, they used to be only offered in 18, which would 18s on this car doesn't go. It's more like E36 M3 fitment and stuff like that. So they just started the EC7 lineup in 17s, and they only offered them forged. So
darn.
Yeah, darn to the wallet. That's what I'm talking about. But it's so I got those. They're wrapped in just some Falcon, I forgot what they're called. Azkines, AZKEIN, something like that.
Well,
whatever.
you go through tires anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I just, I had some AS3s, K1s on here before, another basic E36 setup, but.
No, I like it though. It has a nice sidewall. It actually rides nice. It's not just a stance car.
245 40s, It's got to hold some sort of power down. It's not some crazy fast car, but it's fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll figure out what, because you've done some changes to the engine too. So let's pop the hood and see what that's about. There's brake.
You got it. I'd like to finish working on my E30.
You can work. All right, so
this is an engine.
So I know it looks like just a regular S52, but what's really going on here? What have you done? Because most people will either try to go S54 swaps, supercharged, force induction. What'd you do as far as with this one?
So I had a supercharged car beforehand. Love superchargers, but in a daily, I kind of wanted to go a little simpler. So I just wanted like full bolt-on. Superchargers considered bolt-on, but that's a little further than bolt-on in my opinion. But simple stuff, you would think. But I've kind of gone through it a couple times. So we'll start off on the left-hand side, which is your head. So what I did is I bought some cams, cat cams, very aggressive cams.
What duration?
275, 275.
Okay.
Installed them. They're designed for an M52. It didn't work out that great. You actually need upgraded springs and
retainers and
on top of that, it has to be retarded 12 degrees or so to kind of actually not touch the pistons when Vanos initiates. So
is it back on stock cam or?
It's still on cat cams.
Okay.
I ended up pulling off the head and I went with the non-Vanos head, which for people that don't know, non-Vanos heads can be easily modified to fit the Vanos unit, and they come with dual valve springs and 1 millimeter bigger valves.
Nice. So
it's an upgrade, very cheap, because you can literally pick up these heads at the junkyard for like $100.
Nice. So other than the cams, what else is going on here?
So the cams and the head kind of bumped it in compression a little bit. Then I went over to the intake side, which I went with M50 manifold, basic E36, basic NES52, M52 guy will know that M50 manifold breathes a lot better. So I did the M50 manifold, then went into a bigger throttle body. It's just bored out. I think it's like 68 millimeter. Is that one? I don't remember exactly how much, but that into a 3.5 inch intake, which kind of different about this car. Everybody always asks me, if you look, it looks like a very tiny MAF.
It just looks.
It's just like there.
Yeah.
Usually they have the Porsche MAFs, which is about like this size.
Yeah.
So it's about like 5 inches, and everybody's like, "Oh, what MAF is that? What MAF is that?" Fuller hooked me up with the E36, just regular MAF, and it's a 3.5 inch. Makes it more compact, and
That looks good.
and it's a way more reliable MAF, and the ranges go a little higher because with the cams I do have a lot more airflow.
So what's it tuned for now? Is it still pump gas or?
It's on pump gas. I was running E85 for a while, but I did a lot of Florida road trips, so
Dealing an E85 car is difficult.
yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world. So I switched it back over to pump. It made, if I remember correctly, it was 273 and
That's not bad.
252 torque to the wheels.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's right around the range of a E46 M3. So people are like, hate on it, it's still an S52, but in my opinion, S52s sound better than S54s.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, S54s are a little too raspy. Don't get me wrong, my next build in this is an S54.
Yeah.
But there's something about an S52 that still attracts me a lot.
We'll be sure to show everyone how good this thing sounds a little bit later. But,
Yeah, and then after that, a dyno intake. So it's little things more or less, but everything has been gone through. Like when I did it, I dropped the pan and I wire-tied the oil pump.
Why would you do that?
They have the nut backs off, and then your oil pump fails, and then there goes your motor.
Yeah.
So did that as a safety precaution, and then went through the whole cooling system. Got rid of the clutch fan, which
That's pretty common for E36s.
yeah. So it's funny. I always talked against like, oh, clutch fans, you're not gonna really gain that much power, but did it before and after dyno in Atlanta, and it was literally 18 wheel horsepower. Is what I gained from a clutch fan. Like I just popped it off, did a pull, and it was 18 wheel horsepower more. So it's pretty wild.
I guess for everyone at home, you can make 18 horsepower, take out the clutch fan on E36.
Exactly.
Won't fix what else is wrong with your car, but hey,
Yeah.
18 horsepower.
I mean, of course, put an electric fan in there. You know, you don't want to go no fan.
Yeah.
That might be an issue, but yeah. Like I said, everything out looks more or less stock. You know, all of these guys, like even like little stuff like this. Like I left the secondary air pump in there just because it looks original.
Oh, it's right here?
Yeah, it doesn't actually work, but it looks more or less original. Then I mean, the factory alarm system works.
Yeah.
I mean, the windshield wiper, what's it called?
It all just
Sprayers
works.
work. It all works. You know, that's the biggest thing for me, especially out of a daily. And not something that you see in E36s that much anymore.
No, this car personally made me actually start liking E36s a little bit more because I typically didn't like them that much.
Well,
So.
Thank you.
But let's look at the interior because I know you had a lot of fun with the interior. So
Yeah, like I always do.
so let's go and check that out. All right, so what do we have here? Why do we have here?
Oh, also I forgot, this car actually started as automatic.
Oh, so
Yeah, so
Swap.
it wasn't auto. Did a 5-speed swap.
where'd you buy this car again?
Wisconsin.
This is the one. So for those who don't know, this isn't Kiosa's only E36. How many have you had?
I mean, I haven't bought any this year. But last year I think I went through like 9 or 10.
All in different colors.
All different colors and all from different places. I mean, I went Arizona, I went Wisconsin, I went Colorado, I went Tampa, I don't even know. I literally lose count. But I don't think I've actually bought an E36 in Georgia.
All right, well, back on track with the interior. So what do we have here? What do we got?
These are Vaders. This interior is not factory to the car. It was a factory black interior. I went ahead and thought what I could do with red, and I do really like Medina. Medina is like kind of a orange tan, darker than this, I would say.
Yeah.
And I talked to my guy in Turkey. He did another set of interior for me on the blue supercharged car I had last time. And I like his work. So he made me a set of skins, shipped them out to me. It was pretty quick, honestly. At first, I was kind of like, the color seems a little bit off. But once I had it in the car and saw the different ways the sun hit it,
it
definitely...
It's pretty different. And plus, I like how it's almost like a Ferrari style.
Yeah, so
It's really weird. Like, I didn't realize that until I got into a Ferrari, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
shit, this is like Kiosa's car.
yeah, so it's upholstery work, I'd say, is very far down on my list in favorites.
Yeah, no one likes doing it, even upholstery guys.
Yeah. So I ended up buying skins. I then upholstered the skins.
So you redid this
Yeah.
yourself with the skins they got you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So that's also not fun. You definitely can't feel your fingers afterwards.
Yeah.
I will not do for customers either. And I tell myself I'm not going to do it anymore for myself, but I have a full set of M5 interior that I still got to put together. So luckily I already did the rear seats, so I took a little bit of a break. I still have to do the front seats. But so I threw the Vaders in at first, and then did the rear seats, and then pulled off the panels and glued the intersections of the panels. All actual leather. It's not vinyl.
Enough leather, no.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap either, but I didn't kind of think it through because I was like, daily, you know.
No one ever does when they build a car.
And now I'm like, man, every time before I get into this car, I need to make sure I'm clean, you know, because it very quickly turns to black interior.
Really? So what else besides the gorgeous seats did you change up in the interior? I know it's not a cracked dash, so.
Yeah, these don't have the issues like E30s, but
okay.
what's it called? I did put center console with the actual armrest, which not a lot of E36s actually had.
Really?
Yeah. So not that I noticed, at least, because all of the ones that I've had haven't had center consoles.
Yeah.
So I did the armrest, and then I did another steering wheel, which is the 3-spoke from the 99, wrapped in Alcantara, and then other little stuff like factory, actual genuine BMW floor mats, which are in LA now, and I'm trying to buy another set for my other car, but I can't. So then I went through and did a full speaker system, BAV audio, which is a very nice system that's plug and play. I still have the factory radio in here because I don't like the way aftermarket radio looks.
Yeah, they look a little
out of place,
yeah,
you know. So
to put it nicely.
Yeah, that's my thing. That's my biggest thing, you know. It's like I have the ZHP weighted shift knob. I have a Rogue Engineering short shifter.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what much else. I mean, everything just
Suede headliner.
no factory
No,
headliner.
that's factory?
Actually clean factory headliners with the A pillars intact, which you don't see on E36s.
It's not even sagging at all. It's
No, it's all nice and clean. And yeah.
I like it though. It literally looks and feels like a car that BMW could have made.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it the most.
Yeah, they made it. And honestly, I think like 23 years ago, if you would have got into one of these cars, this is about how it would feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you have some aftermarket suspension and a little bit stiffer and stuff like that, but more or less, like the cleanliness and like the way everything looks like original, that's like the biggest thing I chase. To a lot of people, it doesn't seem like a build. You know, it's like, oh, it's a factory 36, but for
when you see all those small little details, they add up and it makes.
And that's what it's about. And there's plenty of stuff that I'm forgetting, and plenty of stuff that are just like so tiny that, I mean, I forget, you know. So until like you start looking at it, and you're like, oh, okay, I did do that, you know. Like a non-sagging glove box. You don't see that on E36.
You don't?
No.
Well, sadly, this car has raised my standard for E36s, so.
Yeah, and mine too, because like now I'm like, I want to buy another one, and I'm like,
so
why?
Why the E36 M3? Why have you bought 9 of them? What is it about the car that makes it so?
I bought 9 of them last year. I've had way more than that, but I don't know. E36s, it's just the body lines. You can't beat the old body lines. Like, I mean, you get into a newer car and yeah, it's fun, it's fast. It's going to be faster than this car most likely, you know, but it doesn't feel the same way.
Yeah.
You know, like even shifting through the gears, like it's not the same feeling. That's, I think, the biggest thing to me. And it's one of these cars that like, you look back at it and you're like, it's an old car, but it's nice.
Yeah.
Which is why I kind of stick with my old cars. I don't know, E36 has always been like such a great platform for so many things.
Yeah.
And I guess that's kind of the reason why I went into it as well.
It's another reason why they're actually going up in popularity now, and they're actually getting a little bit of money now.
Yeah, they're getting kind of expensive. That's
Even lightweights, which are like not even that much lighter.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're not even that much better.
It's cool actually. I looked into it, but I mean, they never made lightweight doors for sedans.
Yeah.
They do still sell them for coupes though, which
cool.
are aluminum doors.
Was it just the door that makes them lighter?
Well, it's got a lot of things, but like the doors are like one of the big things that people kind of don't realize.
Yeah.
And then like, I mean, stuff like interior, it doesn't have radio. It doesn't have like speakers. I mean, it's not that much lighter, but it's just a cool factor, I guess. Yeah, I mean, E36s, man. It's you drive one and then you kind of understand like, okay, I kind of get why people like them.
No, they're fun. So, what are you be doing donuts or what?
Do some Bernies. I don't even need to, wet the ground.
No. All right.
Yeah. Cut.
Well, thank you for sharing with us your E36 M3. It was very informative. So thank you again. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.